here to talk through the setup for an upright fixed seat. It's for someone with a lower body impairment that affects their sitting balance and their ability to rock from their hips. So they need a backrest to support them to be able to row. The seat is set up attached with the clamps onto the monorail, and you want to set it up at an appropriate distance depending on the height of your rower. The backrest you will see is at a slight angle, and that's set up to allow for slightly more force production through the stroke, given that they don't have a lot to work with. And it also allows them for a slightly longer stroke at the finish because they can sit back into the seat. The straps are personal preference. There's usually one across the lap and one across the chest one being one that needs to be there to help support them to stay upright, but they can be moved based on where the rower would like them. And things to note is once the rower is in place on the seat, they will not be able to reach the handle, so someone will need to pass it to them once they're in, or they'll need to take it with them when they get on the seat. And just make sure that the clamps are locked in place before the rower gets onto the seat so it doesn't fall off the machine. Once you have the rower in place, you want to check that the seat is set up at the right distance, that they have a bend in their knee. This just takes tension off of the hamstrings and the posterior chain and gives them a little bit more comfort. Likewise, the footrests can be set according to personal preference, but in this setup they might be slightly more comfortable a bit lower to again ease the tension on the hamstrings. And when you've got the seat in place, you will then need something, a rolled up towel or a mat or a foam roller, to sit under the knee to support the knee in this position and prevent it from wobbling around. It also allows those who've got an element of muscular contraction in their legs to drive against it and support the movement. Then you'll want them to strap into position. The basic technique for an upright fixed seat is arms and shoulders only. The finish position, the handle is going to sit just below the chest with the elbows out behind. The first movement is to release the handle away from the chest, straighten the arms out. You'll then want the rower to lean forward, rocking against the chest strap as far as they feel comfortable to get the extra reach and allow their shoulders to roll forward slightly. The drive phase is in the exact opposite. They draw back with their back and shoulders before pulling through with the arms. And that's your upright fixed seat.